Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we found the best moments when woke people make fools out of themselves. Now let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon.
Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon.
Bro, imagine them going to war. What they gonna do? TikTok dances? Oh my, we're screwed, bro. We are screwed.
No, seriously, we better not start a war, because at this point, we don't stand a chance. Why would the army publish something like this? Who is running this?
Hey, I'm transgender. Okay?
You're a man, dude.
I'm a trans woman.
You're not a trans woman. You're born a man. I do. What if my daughter was in there and you walk in there?
It don't matter.
It matters to me.
I am a female.
You are a man.
If I was female.
My daughter goes into those bathrooms and no man needs to be in there. You understand me? You are a man. Start acting like a man.
I was born in.
So what? You look like a man. You got a man chest, you got man legs, you got a man face, you got man arms. So what? You don't belong in the women's bathroom. Have a nice day, sir.
Changing your clothes isn't the same thing as changing your biology. Wouldn't it be great if we had a time machine so we could go back before the time where we even had these before and after videos?
My love for balloons, it's also a love. When I see a beautiful balloon, my heart starts to flutter and I get aroused. I'll take a 12-inch and I'll inflate it to 11-inch. That way it can take a lot of abuse. I'm holding one, hugging it. I'll kiss it. And it's like being in heaven. I mean, don't you like to hug and kiss the woman that you love?
So are the vows on the other end just gonna be a bunch of squeaky noises, or what's happening here?
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
What you gonna do if they send you to war?
They can't.
How?
I identify as a woman.
What?
I'm a bitch.
To be fair, saying you're a woman is like a get-out-of-jail-free card these days.
Pronoun. So of course we have he, him, his, himself, and they, them, theirs, themself. And then we also have void, void self, end, ender, enders, end, ender, death, deaths, death self, pixel, pixel self, vials, vial self.
There's a problem when pronouns start sounding like tongue twisters.
Gay without an iPhone, it's not a gay.
Not a real gay without an iPhone.
This was the best marketing strategy Samsung could have ever come up with.
If I had $1 for every gender there was in today's generation, I would have $2 and a whole lot of counterfeit cash.
$2 and the richest man in Monopoly.
My name is Nathaniel. I'm 27 years old. And I'm in a serious relationship with my car.
Bro, are you good? 27 years old and you lost your virginity to your car? Bro, what the
Morning,
The
baby.
inside too, bro?
Handsome man.
I like cars and all, but not to this extent. But really though, can we get a brain scan on these people, see how they tick?
What do you got? You got a toilet? You got a bathtub? Yeah? I got jugs of piss. I got piss. Wanna go nip it?
Even before he said it, I feel like we could all collectively tell that he was carrying jugs of pee. It was just written all over his face.
Mel, are you straightening the gay flag?
That flag's gonna stay crinkled forever.
2 + 2 = 4. Agree or disagree?
I mean, it depends on what the 2 is. Is it a pregnant mom? Is it 2 pregnant moms? Because that's more.
I mean like math. The number 2 plus the number 2.
I would say for the most part, yes.
What do you mean for the most part?
The thing is, even that is a flawed concept because it's that pencil is billions of atoms that are vibrating. So we've come to call it one pencil, but it's actually however many atoms vibrating on the same frequency to make this appearance, this optical illusion that this is a pencil.
She probably breaks into a speech when people ask her how the weather is too.
I ain't never told nobody this, but I put on a wig one time, right?
Yo.
And so when I put on the wig, because I was trying to get into this other character, so I put on the wig, I looked in the mirror and I went, oh my God, and I was attracted to me.
Yo,
So I took the
Ray
wig off
is
real
the
fast.
key.
And I went, what just happened?
He was in character.
I didn't know what happened, but I was
It's
like,
true though. It can-
because I had it on and I went like that because it was in my eye. So I went like that and then I took it off because I was attracted to me.
Yo.
And I love me, but I didn't know I loved me like that. Like, I look good. So I never did it again.
I'm so happy that you shared that.
I don't know why, but I felt like it's good to just be vulnerable here. But yeah, that's what happened to me.
This is a safe space.
That's taking feeling myself to a whole new level, a weird level.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have some bad news. I did not get the job at Fruit Loops. My body is now your communion. Please eat from me. Eat from me. Drink from me. Drink from me. Drink from me. Drink from me. Please eat from me. I got nothing. No, you can't. I didn't get the job. I didn't get the job at Fruit Loops.
These insane bits by Eric Andre never get old. But seriously, in the modern day, I don't think anybody would even bat an eye at this on the subway.
I'm studying the unseen body in creative spaces, erasure and exposure of the queer.
Yeah! I'm Joyce. I study decolonial intimacies, indigenous politics of resistance. Yeah!
Hi, I'm Lyle, and I'm studying the debunking of the myth of the Holocaust through the collective interpretive experience of the proletariat, indigenous, bisexual women of the wall, and I'm minoring in the early works of Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah! Y'all smoking crack. Something is wrong with you people. What the hell has this world come to?
All I heard was, even McDonald's is gonna reject my resume.
Keeps misgendering me. Look. No way. No way. Okay, we're gonna try this. Hell no. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, let's try again.
I'm Batman. Come holla.
After arguing with every man and woman on the planet, they're now arguing with machines.
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy. And I am 100% glorifying obesity.
No, how did we go in the wrong direction?
I see a lot of discourse on TikTok about the male repellent outfit, and usually it's just like a cute little red cardigan and like maybe some ballet flats. But when I tell you, I'm gonna do you one more. This is the ultimate male repellent formula. Because whenever I go out in public dressed like this, no man dares to approach me because they genuinely all think I'm a witch or something. All you have to do is dress like you don't belong in this era and then add as many ruffles and frills as possible and then put on every single piece of jewelry in your closet. Trust me, whenever I go out in public wearing a tank top and cut off shorts, I feel like I get harassed. But whenever I wear this, like it works. I'm just gonna say that. And yeah.
You know, I have a feeling it's because when you dress modestly, you'll get people who don't go after unmodest people. You know, the type of people who are usually pretty unruly.
Guys, this is what I'm gonna wear on the battlefield when I get drafted for World War III. So you guys, these are so World War III vibes. The thing I'm gonna change into is this Nike t-shirt. I think it's gonna give me like extra strength and power because Nike is like so like running.
I hope I'm on the other side whenever he's drafted for war.
Can men menstruate?
Yes.
And why do you say yes?
Because I do.
You do.
And I'm a man. So.
Guys, I'm Brad Pitt. Apparently all you have to do is say it with your chest and it's a thing.
No, I'm non-binary, I go by they, them, and I work in a store that is pretty much all women. So whenever they're like addressing us or when they're talking, they're always like, hey ladies. So I've taken it upon myself as someone that is non-binary to use this to not listen. And whenever anyone addresses a group as ladies, I am not included. So when they say, hey ladies, let's like stop talking, or hey ladies, let's like get to work, I will do none of it because you're not talking to me. You're not talking to me. You're not talking to me. So I will not listen to anything that is said when it is started with, hey ladies. I'm a lady, not a lady, a lady.
Genuinely, get off your high horse. Come on, the self-entitlement is insane.
I'm not hungry. I literally do not want to eat. Yay. I'm just like staring in my fridge. Girly pop. You need the protein. Like that's all I hear in my brain is protein. And this has 30 protein. So I think starting off my day, like I low-key hate that I have to do it, but like I have to do it. I don't want to lose more hair. You gotta shake it. Bye. Alrighty. Cheers. Wait a minute. This actually tastes so good because I don't have as much sweets as I used to. She kind of slaps. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, I'm actually gonna enjoy this.
The answer isn't protein. It's about 3 days of water fasting. Sometimes maybe you should be ashamed of who you are and then get help.
This is why I drive an electric vehicle. Would you imagine owning a big old diesel and it has that many lug nuts that you have to take off just to take off your wheel? My electric vehicle only has 5.
Can you imagine being a whiny little with no balls, driving an EV and not even know what a lug nut is? You're not man enough to drive a diesel. You're not even woman enough to drive a diesel.
One thing's for sure, diesel clearly ain't for everyone. Me.
I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
My question is, really, what is happening in your brain to make you want to do this? This is just disgusting. And that's a lesson on why you shouldn't mess with what God gave you. You can never outdo it.
Think about it. Why is this such a roadblock? Why have we spent an hour discussing this? Especially, you say you care about the students, but half of you are not sure what gender is. Especially transgender. I know the lawyer said transsexual earlier, that's not the correct term. It's transgender. I'm a transgender woman, my pronouns are she, her, and I will only accept those pronouns. I will not be addressed any other way. And in the workspace, I'm protected by that. Our students should be too. Especially when they're not over 18 and don't have a voice. So I'm just imploring you to go beyond what, just really consider, what is this fight really about? Why is it such entrenched? I know we hear a lot about religious liberty, and quite honestly, I grew up in Christian education all through college. I don't remember any of my doctrinal classes mentioning only male and female, and that's the way it should be. If you feel it is, awesome, good. You get to believe that. You don't get to impose those beliefs on anybody else.
The divide is no longer a political one, but rather between what is normal and what is crazy. And this is just outright crazy.
If you don't play into the trans agenda, you're cast out as a bully.
Do you guys have nothing better to do all day? Genuinely, do you not read a book, watch the TV, anything? Come on, do some woodworking, anything! Actually, scratch that. I don't think the woodworkers want them.
These two choices, who would you say the female is?
They both could be, depends on how they identify as.
Between these two pictures, who would you say the female is?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
And why do you say that?
I don't think like being able to become pregnant is what defines a woman either.
So what defines a woman then?
I don't know. Probably the second one, since they're like a pregnant person.
Could number one be the female?
I mean, yeah, like you don't know if it's like a trans person going through transitions. You don't know like if maybe there's just a masculine female.
You're really gonna ask me this stuff right now?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Why is it a question?
It's for you to give your thought on it.
Well, my thought is when you're out in public, you shouldn't need to wonder who's a woman and who.
Delusion being fed by the delusional. It's the best way I can explain what these people are up to.
The worst anxiety, I have the worst OCD in the entire world. Like, I'm on meds for it. But
oh, I have OCD too, and I'm on meds for it too.
What meds?
Lexapro.
Prozac.
Cute.
That's just a weird thing to bond over. Telling someone you have a mental condition and then cheering each other on for it?
Oh, somebody wants to be called Z or Zer. Why not?
I don't care what people want to be called. That's fine, but that doesn't mean I should be compelled by law to call them that. The government has absolutely no business whatsoever, ever, governing the content of your voluntary speech. Like, I don't even like hate speech laws. I think they're a big mistake. And that says what you can't say, right? This is what you have to say. That's a whole different
So
ballgame.
you were personally willing to accommodate people if they want to be called something odd?
We could have a conversation about that, and if I was convinced that you knew why you were asking that was actually in your best interest, and you weren't just attempting to exercise ideological control over me for reasons that had absolutely nothing to do with you personally, then I might consider it in my private conversation, just like I would if you asked me to use a nickname, for example.
You get to be whoever you want to be, and everyone else gets to roll their eyes at them.
Describe my gender as handsome girl, pretty boy. Now, if you were to spell it like this, it is girl. It's not girl, it's girl. There's a difference. It's not boy, it's boy. Not boy, boy. There is a difference. I'm a handsome girl, pretty boy.
The only difference here is the one between sanity and insanity.
There is a playground where they say white families not allowed. Would you support that?
That seems like a ridiculous edge case.
Would you say that black-only dormitories is wrong?
It certainly creates a sense of community. I don't see any problem with that. We have sororities, we have male-only dorms.
Why would we have different dormitories for races?
Culture.
Segregation is what you're arguing for, my friend. Would you support white-only dormitories?
Everybody has a choice.
I think white-only and black-only anything is evil and wrong. That's why I hate critical theory and critical race theory, because when it's put in practice, you start to discriminate people based on race.
Your face is small.
They always go to insults when they lose the argument. God bless you, my friend.
Apparently, when you're losing an argument, you should throw in an insult. Yeah, but bro couldn't even do that without stuttering.
We're not judging. Are you judging?
Oh,
what do you think of this?
I have been judging. I've told her multiple times it's bigger than my head. I've told her that she's not going to be able to drive or sleep on her stomach or take a selfie, even.
Ain't no one looking at her without judgment.
Farming needs to stop. That's the single biggest driver of climate change.
All right. Without farming, you would be hungry, naked, and sober.
Next up, how breathing is causing climate change. Make small talk with the person beside them on a plane. Yet this woman went in for a full-blown TED Talk.
Okay, thank you. Hi, my name is Opie. I am 5'7", 17 years old, and love men. And personally, I like to think that God thinks that I'm more of a man than you are. Thank you.
My God, if Jesus was speaking to you,
you know the argument's flawed when you can tell they've been practicing saying it in the mirror about 100 times. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.